riding to school and got that 8-0 feeling, my man. Easton, what did you see Saturday night in Baton Rouge? What a beatdown that was.
I saw they even further showed that we are a second half team.
Oh, man.
I mean, we put up 14 the first half and 35 in the second.
Yeah.
LSU defense is good.
Somehow we got ourselves behind because of just our own, self-inflicted wounds. We were clearly the better team.
Yeah, if we had no mistakes, they might not have scored on us.
I mean, conservatively, we should have one more touchdown, so that's 21, because Marcel could have walked in right there when he threw that pick.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, when we threw the pick, we got a punt block for a safety.
Yeah.
And on 3rd and 19, after we got off the field, Desrix decides to punch a guy through a ref.
And then he gets beat downfield.
In the very next play by the same guy, Brown. Yeah. So that was 7 points you should take off the board. So it should have been 21-10.
And the last points that they scored, those were not real, just because.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was a third-team defense.
Yeah.
But what we did coming out in the second half was unbelievable. A 9-play drive, 8 runs. Klein says they cannot stop us on the ground. Even without Le'Veon Moss and even without really much of Reuben Owens. We're still going to just run it down their stinking throats. And that was a Marcel Juke Perkins there in the end zone.
That was
awesome.
That was amazing.
By the way, one-time A&M commit. Harold Perkins, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And then we go stop him, DJ Hicks with a 3rd down sack. And then what happens next?
Touchdown?
Punt return, KC.
Oh, yeah.
Was that something else?
That was crazy.
What a punt return that was.
I mean, he's the best returner in the country. And then you see Terry Bussey, did he score a touchdown? No, but did he get to the 50-yard line on every kick return?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the whole second half started with, to your point, the second half opened with a long Bussey punt return to like the 43 or 47. Kick return. And that set a great tone. He's so good at that.
I know. There was one, on almost every single kick return, he only had to be one more guy.
Yeah.
On every single one.
I think
he just got to the 50 every time.
I think he's going to go off for 2 touchdowns kick returning in one game at some point.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
he's so close.
What's that guy after Jamar Hamlin got hurt? Naeem Hines.
Yeah.
If he can do 3 in a game in the NFL, Terry Bussey can definitely do 2.
Oh yeah, Hines did that when Hamlin came back to the game, right?
The craziest part was Damar Hamlin's number 3. They had 3 kick return for a touchdown in that game, and it had been 3 years, 3 months, and 3 days since they had a single kick return for a touchdown in a game.
How can you not be romantic about sports?
Yeah, that's
pretty amazing.
Everything lines up as 3. It's crazy.
Well, speaking of 3, he had the catch of the year. ABR.
Oh,
well, the throw was unbelievable.
Yeah, right after that, the next day, I watched SportsCenter to see if he was on it. He was on it, but he was 9.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
I was like, 9?
One-handed back shoulder catch
he was running
that.
this way. It was way behind him, and he just reached back.
He just plucked it.
I know. And it didn't bobble at all. It just stuck. I mean,
but Cashius Howell, I think, is the personification of, we got their street coach, right? LSU.
Yeah.
And the fact that Brian Kelly fired him in the rain outside the building the minute he got to LSU, and we were able to get him. We looked like LSU of the past, the teams that were winning championships and intimidating you and scaring you. Yeah. Cashius Howell is a Tommy Moffitt dude.
I think that he leads the country in pressures.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think he's the best edge rusher in the country over Reuben Bay.
Yeah, because what happens is they see Cashius Howell, so they run the opposite way. But the opposite way, you got DJ Hicks, so you try to go up the middle. And in the middle, you have Albert Regis.
Yeah.
So you can't get past our
Don't forget Onyedem.
Yeah, you can't get past our D-line.
I'm telling you, our D-line's stout. Here's what I think. I think we've got an all-American first-team edge rusher. And I think we've got all-conference players at all 3 levels.
Oh, yeah. I saw a video yesterday. It was like top 3 at every skill position on offense. KC was 3. Not even Mario, it was KC. They put KC up. I'm happy people are recognizing how.
Do we have an all-conference quarterback? Yes.
Yes.
We do have an all-conference running back, but he's hurt.
Yes.
But it hasn't hurt us. Do we have at least one all-conference receiver? Yes, maybe
no,
2.
Yeah, 2.
And honestly, Borkature looks like a guy's going to play in the NFL. How many of these tight end type guys do we see all over the league right now?
Oh, we
like
have
3 on every team.
I feel like Nyblack would start for most teams at tight
I'm
end.
talking about like Borkature is Schoonmaker, right? Of the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Like Dalton Hughes. Dalton, the guy at Texans that we used to have.
Dalton Schultz?
Yeah. Yeah, Borkature's freaking good. I'm telling you, that guy's going to play in the NFL.
Yeah.
So
and this is 5th year.
And that offensive line is the best in the country.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't do penalties.
Highest graded. Well, we haven't been doing many penalties.
Yeah, not
We
lately.
cleaned that up. I mean, we are a legit national title contender, Easton. And in your life, you've never really been able to say that because you were born after A&M already had 2 losses in 2012. Now, to your credit, they didn't lose again after you were born that year.
Yeah.
But they already had 2 losses, so they were out. It was a 2-team playoff back then. They were already out of the national title contention. They were the best team in the country at the end. So we hadn't been able to say this. What kind of feeling does that give you knowing? And we just did this 2 years ago with the Rangers. You have to pinch yourself and say, dang, we can win the World Series.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, if they can do it, the Aggies can do
yeah,
it.
the Rangers, they were not even close. Weren't they like the last team in
Yep.
the playoffs?
Yeah, about 1 game.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
And A&M's not sneaking by. They're not getting in as the 10 seed and making a run. This team might be, when the rankings come out, the real rankings that matter. I don't know how much you care about rankings. There's only one ranking set that matters, and you know this.
Yeah.
It's the playoff rankings.
Playoff pool.
And those come out next Tuesday. And would you be surprised if A&M was sitting there number 1? I wouldn't.
I mean, who is Ohio State beat?
Yeah, you got to look at what you've done.
Ohio State's best win is Texas, and Texas went to overtime with Mississippi State, lost to Florida, almost lost to UTEP, if you look at the scores. They lost to Ohio State.
I think Ohio State's best win is at Washington.
Yeah, Washington's pretty good.
Yeah, they are. They're dangerous.
Yeah.
I think that's their best win. So, and we've got Notre Dame, we've got, Florida, and we've got at LSU, and so hard places to go win. Even Arkansas is not an easy place to go win.
Yeah.
I like our resume, but I like our team even more, man.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I like our team.
We're definitely gonna, at worst, we're 10-2 because we're not losing games at home.
Yeah.
Because South Carolina, yeah, they almost beat Alabama, but we're at home.
How do you feel about Marcel's Heisman candidacy?
He's top 5 definitely. I think he can. If we go 12-0, 12-1 if we lose in the SEC championship. Even if we go 12-1, I definitely think he'll go to New York, like easily. He's going to New York.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think for sure.
He's gonna be top 4.
He's got great moments, and it's building for him right now, kind of like it did Johnny.
Oh yeah, Johnny, didn't he come out of nowhere?
Yeah,
Like,
it was a
no
little
one
bit different for Johnny.
It's
Marcel,
kind of like Diego Pavia. He came out of nowhere.
last year, Diego jumped on the scene. See, Johnny came out of literal nowhere. He had never even played the year before. At least we knew who Pavia was. We knew who Reed was. But both these guys are making a push at it. Diego too. Mendoza and Simpson.
I didn't even know who Fernando Mendoza was, and we thought Ty Simpson was going to be terrible from that Florida State game.
I'll tell you what, I'd put Haynes King in the top 5. Haynes King had a 5-touchdown game the other day. They're undefeated.
But who have they beat? Like, what? They beat Clemson, which is the only reason they're top 10.
That's true, but they beat every team they played.
Yes.
It's not his fault. He doesn't make the schedule.
So what does that make? How does that make Haynes King better than Marcel?
Well, I'm not saying he's better than Marcel. I would have Marcel.
I mean, if you're saying they're
second.
undefeated, then you have to put Julian Save, Fernando Mendoza, and Marcel above them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So saying I think is in the top 6.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. All right. So we've scored 40 points in 4 consecutive road games. That's an SEC record. Ties it. So if we do it one more time in Missouri, we'd own the record.
We haven't. Oh wait.
40 points in 4 consecutive road games.
I think we can score 40 against Missouri. Is Missouri's defense good?
Yeah, actually, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Well, that's what we thought about LSU.
Right.
And we just bulldozed over them. So
yeah.
who knows? We can score 60.
LSU had allowed 35 points all year at home. We scored 49. Could have had 60.
That's crazy.
South Carolina and Florida in 8 quarters combined for 20 points. We had 49, so 2.5x.
Dang.
Yeah. And that's just offense. You know, we
And
also
then we
held
got
them
our defense.
2 of 13 on third downs and sacked them 7 times. We're the national leaders in sacks with 32, 3 ahead of Indiana.
Yeah,
You
now,
like these stats?
Yes. Now I'm a little scared of Ahmed Hardy.
Yeah. Well, we've held 4 straight teams under 80 yards rushing.
Yeah, but we
4 straight
saw what
games.
Jeremiah Love did.
Yeah,
to us,
well,
and that can
actually,
definitely
I think we held firm there. 160, I'd take that in a heartbeat with those 2 cats.
Yeah, especially when CJ Carr is your quarterback. I mean, CJ Carr is not bad, but
No, he's not bad.
all you need to do is stop the run against Notre Dame.
I tell you what, I'm glad we got CJ Carr early, his freshman year, and not now, because he's kind of cooking a little bit.
Yeah, he is. He's doing good.
He's a good player.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
When Notre Dame's make the playoffs, that's looking good on our resume.
how good does it kind of feel to sit back a little bit and watch the chaos happen this weekend, knowing we can't lose?
Yeah, I mean,
I like bye weeks.
imagine if we can see Ohio State and Indiana lose. That'd be amazing. It's probably not going to happen.
No, but hey, it's football, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's football. Yeah, a lot of parity in this NIL space, so it's football. You got to watch it play out.
I mean,
but-
Louisville beat Miami. No one ever thought that was going to
Yep.
happen. So
8-0 for the first time since '92. Feels good, buddy. All right, Halloween. You're wearing CD Lamb.
yeah.
You got that going. All right, it's hat day at school. Remember who you are, bud. Have a good day.